Okay, hey everybody. Tom right here again with the Spencer Messiah board. One more video here with one of our directors, Tim Schumacher. Allison Oilers, our other director. We'll get a video with her and get that out to you pretty soon here. So first things first, rehearsals start November 5th, 7 p.m. at Grace Methodist Church in Spencer. And they're every Sunday, the first 3 Sundays in November 5, 12, and 19. Come join us if you can. If you're not a singer, but you'd like to come and enjoy some music, some great Advent music, join us at the concert December 3rd, 3 p.m. at Grace Methodist as well. Get there early. Seats go fast. SMU will be there as usual to tape it, but it's so much more fun to hear the music live if you can make it. But if you can't make it, you can always catch that stuff on SMU there too. So for people that are coming to sing, Tim, what are they going to expect at a rehearsal?
Well, typically I start rehearsals with a little bit of stretching, physical stretching, just to kind of loosen up our shoulders and our neck to get our mechanism, our voice working properly. Oftentimes that'll include a back rub. I swear that some of our members just come because of the back rub. But
Could be.
Well, it could be, and we start that way, and then I'll usually pick a piece that might be a little bit easier to sing to begin with, just to help us continue the warm up. I warm up the group vocally, but I like to start easy so that we don't just rip into the highest, fastest, loudest thing we have in the folder. And the way I typically rehearse those things, I'll try to get through the piece from one end to the other. And I know that all the notes and rhythms may not be correct at first sight. But I'll try to get through it just to kind of get the spirit of the piece.
Lay of the land,
and kind of know get the big picture of what we're expecting, where we're expecting to end up.
Sure.
And sometimes I'll go back and perhaps rehearse a more difficult section. Maybe the choir struggled a little bit on that. We might rehearse that and then sing the whole piece again. I always try to put everything in a context so they have an idea that I need to prepare for that part that I missed last time. So there is a learning process that I kind of go at when I do that. Other times I might rehearse a piece starting at the end and go backwards. So I'll take the last 8 bars and rehearse those, and then I'll go back and add another 8 bars or more, another section, and perhaps then rehearse that to the end. It gives us that repetition that's so important, especially when you don't have so many rehearsals.
Yeah, no, I do it with as anybody of your kids, if they had lessons with me, that's one of the things I do with my kids a lot, because it's like we always start in the beginning of the song. So what part of the song gets really good? The beginning.
Yeah.
So
we fall apart at the end.
So the kids know that if I'm their director, probably we're going to sometimes have at our lesson, we're going to play the last 4 bars, and maybe the last 8 bars, and the last 16 bars, because it's like that part never gets looked at.
It's just a great rehearsal strategy, I think. Then you do get to know that last part, and you get to know it well.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll use that technique too. It really depends on the piece.
Sure.
But I like to do a sing through just because, like I said, I want everybody to kind of get to know the piece. We've got to to me, it's catching the spirit of the piece even more so than getting all the notes and the rhythms correct. We have to communicate. So that's my goal in the rehearsal, I guess.
And again, as we mentioned in other videos too, do not worry if you can't make the first rehearsal or the second rehearsal. I mean, at least come to the last rehearsal. And then we also will have a rehearsal the day of too. So if you haven't been there for the other rehearsals, the people around you probably have been, or there'll be some of them. They'll help you get you caught up to date. So don't feel. I mean, yes, we would love to have you all 3 rehearsals. And by the way, if you come to all 3 rehearsals, you'll have more fun. You really will. So, and maybe that leads me to my next part. So if somebody's watching this and they want to wonder, well, I used to sing in a choir in high school, but I haven't sung for a while. Do I have time for this, or should I really commit myself to this thing? I mean, this is Sunday night. It's like, there's a football game on. It's like, there's a football game on anytime. Just tape the football game, come to Grace, and have a good time with friends. What else would you say to them? Why should they come sing?
Well, there's just an enjoyment about making music with other people next to you.
It doesn't cost anything.
It doesn't cost anything, and you can. The interesting thing about being a part of an ensemble is that you can do much more as an ensemble than you can as a single person.
There you go.
Person.
Yep.
I mean, you can come in and sing a solo, but it's not going to sound like a choir.
Right.
And it's not going to have the highs and the lows that a choir can do.
Yeah. And again, as Tim has mentioned, maybe in other videos too, we're gonna sing. We're gonna work on those songs. We're gonna have fun, and you're gonna get to know the people in this choir too. I mean, he and I both have been doing choirs well enough to know that occasionally they might listen to the director. Most of the time, they're talking to each other. So by the end of the night, we hope we've gone over some music.
Sometimes they even watch.
We know that, yeah, exactly, exactly. I think that's one of the classic jokes I've heard is that how many choir directors it take to screw in a light bulb? We don't know, 'cause nobody ever watches the director. So there you go. Let's see here. So if you're somebody who is thinking about coming to the concert on December 3rd, that Sunday afternoon, why, this is December. If they haven't started shopping, they're probably thinking about starting their Christmas shopping, or they're thinking about putting their Christmas stuff up, or they're trying to think about, who am I going to have Christmas Eve with, or Christmas, and this side of the family. I mean, why should I take probably a couple, an hour and a half or so? Our concert's not going to be that long.
No, it won't. It won't.
Why should they take 3 p.m. on that Sunday to? Well, actually.